Warning, millions of Americans enslaved daily. Want to get rid of credit card debt? Want to stop paying high interest rates? Need to get rid of monthly payments? So why hasn't it happened for you yet? Come on, admit it. This isn't the first time you've tried to find solutions for how to end the burden of credit card debt. When you watch this video to the end, you're going to discover exactly how to eliminate the burden of your credit card debt. Hey, my name is Brad Johnson, and not too long ago, my wife Pamela and I were just like you. Let me tell you a quick story about how we got buried in credit card debt and nearly destroyed our marriage. We had a happy marriage and successful careers, and we started life together with the world in our hands. We enjoyed vacationing in foreign lands, experiencing the cultures in cities. Our favorite destinations were tropical locations by the beach, where we would soak up the tropical rays and enjoy the fruits of our labor without a care in the world. Then one day Pamela fell in love with a fixer-upper just outside the city in the neighborhood she grew up in. Using most of our savings, we closed escrow in just 2 short months, and it felt like a new chapter of our success and dreams had just begun. We did careful homework to budget for the repairs and remodeling needed to make our dream home a reality, but the actual costs were far more than we had planned for, and with our savings depleted, we discussed the logical solution. Since I was expecting a large bonus at year's end, it made sense to take advantage of 0% credit card offers to finish our remodeling project. After all, who could say no to 0%? But shortly after finishing our remodeling project, I received bad news. My company was having a hard year, and by year's end, there were no bonuses to be given, and I began to feel the weight of that debt. Then something really bad happened. Our 0% interest rates quickly rose to well over 20%. I had to tell Pamela, and as expected, she was devastated. She couldn't believe we were in this situation. How could I let this happen? Pamela began to blame me. She said, "I thought you were going to take care of this. Didn't you read the fine print?" I said, "I thought it would work out fine. I just wanted to give you the home you deserve." It seemed as though everything was falling apart for Pamela and I. I was struggling with the banks, who had no interest in lowering the rates, just collecting the monthly payments. You see, at the time I was trying to negotiate with the banks, which meant I couldn't pay off the balance on the credit cards. As you can imagine, I was in bad shape and desperate, but I wasn't ready to give up on my dream of paying off my credit cards. The problem I had was I didn't know how to stop the monthly payments, and I couldn't pay off the balance on our credit card debt. And that's when I knew I had to make a change. So first I tried to negotiate a lower interest rate with the banks. That didn't work at all. I even tried paying more than the minimum payment, but then having no savings for emergencies, our credit card balances got bigger. Then I tried negotiating to reduce monthly payments, but the difference goes on the balance and grows, and although it gave us temporary relief, the actual problem got worse. And that's when I finally tried the federally regulated Liberty program. And guess what? This time it worked. And that's when I realized it wasn't my fault. I was failing because of the big banks. No wonder I was struggling. For years they wanted me to believe I was special if I got one of their credit cards, and when I figured out that it wasn't true, I was finally able to break out of their chains and get the results I deserved. The real problem is the big banks. They were the ones keeping me from discovering how to stop the monthly payments. Fact, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has won lawsuits against credit card banks for using deceptive marketing practices of offering low or 0% introductory rates for their credit cards. But this does not stop the big banks, because they make billions of dollars every year when consumers like me and you fall into their trap. Once I realized the bank's strategy used introductory interest rates as a trap, and then raised the rates making us their slaves forever, that's when I started to understand how to stop the monthly payments really fast. I used what I discovered to be able to get out of the bank's trap, use a legal and ethical way to get out of credit card debt fast, pay 0% interest on my debt. But it wasn't just me. Take a look at what the federally regulated Liberty program has done for others. Teresa says, "This federally regulated Liberty program has been a great program for bests in reduction. My accounts are getting paid off faster than I realized." Mary says, "I'm very pleased with the service and the outcome of this company. I've already made referrals to them." And Priscilla says, "My name is Priscilla E.O. from Louisiana. Christina H., the financial specialist that worked with me, was just awesome. She was very professional and compassionate. She listened and wasn't pushy, and yet got me the financial aid I needed. She is a great asset." And on and on. I got these by doing a Google search of federally regulated Liberty program. I didn't realize it when I started that not only does it simplify the process for how to deal with big banks and the burden of credit card debt, but it also helps you get rid of the credit card debt and stop paying high interest rates and get rid of the monthly payments and get your life back. And that's why I recommend the federally regulated Liberty program. This took 10 years of failed attempts to pay off my credit cards to figure out, and over $120,000 in interest to the big banks, but it was totally worth it. It made removing the burden of credit card debt so much easier. What would have taken me 40 to 50 years, I can now get done in 36 to 48 months. In fact, here's just a sample of what you'll get. You get to turn the negotiations over to professionals so you are rid of the stress of dealing with big banks. 0% interest rates, so paying off your debt is so much faster. Saving thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars in interest allows you to use the money saved for the things in life that are important. Paying less than your minimum credit card payments and your debt is paid in full in 48 months or less means you can start planning for the life you want to live. The credit card companies agree in writing to new terms and conditions so you can get control of your hard-earned money. But don't just take my word for it. Do what I did. Just Google Federally Regulated Liberty Program. But before you get started, let me ask you a question. Would you like to get access to the Federally Regulated Liberty Program? For just $0 up front and then pay only on successful negotiations with your bank, you can get access to everything inside the Federally Regulated Liberty Program. Now, while it would be impossible to show you all the benefits of this powerful program, I want to show you some of the things that you'll experience as soon as you're on the inside. Here's what you'll get. Lower monthly payments, 0 interest rates, new terms and conditions in writing from the credit card companies, regulated by the federal government, complete control of everything from start to finish, forgiveness of a large portion of your debt, all paid off usually within 48 months. Your life back, reduced stress, better health, on and on and on. You get 0% interest rate, thousands upon thousands of dollars in value. Immediate monthly savings in most cases, hundreds of dollars per month value. New terms and conditions on your debt in writing. Priceless value. The total value of all this is up to and over $100,000 depending on the size of your debt. And you pay only when the terms and agreements are accepted by you. If all this did was show you how to let the professionals deal with the big banks, would it be worth it? If all this did was to help you tell the big banks no, would it be worth it? Of course it would. Want some even better news? They're not going to charge you up to and over $100,000 depending on the size of your debt. You're only going to pay a non-interest bearing flat fee that breaks down to 6.25% per year of the negotiations you accept, and that fee is already built into your new lower monthly payments. Also, they're going to take on all the risks and give you their federally regulated guarantee. If the federally regulated Liberty program doesn't perform exactly as they claim and get the big banks to issue new terms and agreements on your debt that reduces your balance with a 0% interest rate, then you pay nothing. But you must act now because you're losing money and interest every day. The banks are laughing as they soak up your hard-earned money. Your money could be building for retirement, and you could be spending your hard-earned money on the things in life you want. So act now. Finally, Pamela and I were able to laugh at the struggles we had just overcome. We got our life back on track. We did it, and so can you. Just imagine what life would be like when you get out from under the burden of your credit card debt. So click on the link below and fill out the short form to receive a free consultation with a financial specialist to see if you qualify for this special program. Warning, let's be blunt. If you pass on this offer, will you succeed with paying off your credit card debts? Probably not. You'll just keep struggling and never figure out how to stop the monthly payments. What you need is instruction and encouragement from someone who has successfully helped people out just like you with eliminating their credit card debt. Get this financial consultation now and get the life you want. So as a reminder, with the federally regulated Liberty program, you get lower monthly payments, 0 interest rate, new terms and conditions in writing with the credit card companies, regulated by the federal government, complete control of everything from start to finish, forgiveness of a large portion of your debt, all debt paid off usually within 48 months, your life back, reduced stress, better health, on and on and on. Never before have you had such a unique opportunity to have a professional take you by the hand and help you eliminate your credit card debt. Act now so you can get rid of your credit card debt. Stop paying high interest rates and get rid of the monthly payments like we did. This entire financial opportunity will make a positive impact in your life of well over $100,000 depending on the size of your debt. This introductory price of a flat fee that breaks down to 6.25% a year is an act now before gone offer. So act fast.